The first week of 2014 brought freezing temperatures unlike anything we've seen in Minnesota in decades. Despite the freezing temperatures, as Minnesota residents, we still need to go about our daily routines, and that means we need a properly working vehicle to get us where we're going. And cold car care is something 98th Street Auto Service specializes in.
All vehicles are affected by the cold weather. The cold weather is just hard on all the mechanical parts. The older the car, the more opportunity there is for the cold weather to adversely affect it.
Here's what you need to know to keep your car working well this winter.
The cold does a couple of things to the battery. One, it just actually drains the battery of the electrical charge that's in the battery, making it harder for the engine to start. You combine that with engine oil that's real thick and heavy and hard to turn over, it makes the battery work even harder to start a cold engine. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, so to speak, as to why the batteries fail in real cold weather. Rule of thumb on batteries, when they get 4+ years old, they are on the tail end of their life. Tires are another component of your vehicle that are affected by weather, both hot and cold. As with anything, in the hot weather things expand, and in cold weather things contract. And that's what happens with the air that's in your tires. So not only in the winter do you need to check your tires, but in the summer as well. Especially when it gets real extremes. You can lose 3, 4, 5 pounds of pressure in a tire just from the temperature change in the air. So what I recommend is if you don't have a tire gauge yourself, stop at a local garage, have them get their gauge out for you, check your tire pressures, or use your monitor in your car. A lot of cars are now equipped with tire pressure monitors right in them, and that's a good way to know when it's time to add some air to your tire. One way or another, they're going to plug in somewhere. On this vehicle, the plug-in on it is right here in the front. You open that up, you can see the plug there for it. You just plug your electrical cord right onto it and let it sit. Next morning you go out, you can start it, let it warm up. If you got a remote starter, you can leave it plugged in while it's running. Come out to your vehicle, unplug it. It just makes starting the vehicle easier, your warm-up time shortened up. Fluids are very important any time of year. Summertime, wintertime, there are several fluids in the car that can give you problems. Antifreeze, big one. If it freezes up, you can ruin an engine block. You have your power steering fluid, your brake fluid, transmission fluid. Don't forget fluids in your differentials and in your drivetrain and your transfer case. All very important, especially if you're using your four-wheel drive. It's all very important to keep those fluids changed, fresh, to avoid problems down the road.
Following these tips will help keep your vehicle in good working order no matter the weather. But if you do ever find yourself stranded on the roadside, a winter weather survival kit could ultimately help save your life. Here's what you should keep in your car: a warm blanket, boots, a pair of mittens and a hat, a candle and something to light it with, a first aid kit, and snacks for energy. You never know when you'll need your winter survival kit, so be smart and get one in your vehicle today.